All right, let's go ahead and start from the beginning. Last week, we had so many people say goodbye to us. It was such an amazing farewell. Friends, family, we're just in our house for like 3 days straight and just filled with love and just prayer and kindness, and people really took care of us right before we left. And at the airport, before we left at the airport.
Yeah, we told them not to drop us off at the airport because we didn't want to have such teary moments.
Yeah.
And we had already been having all weekend, so we're like, the airport, we'll just keep it strict business.
Yeah.
But they didn't listen.
They didn't listen, which I'm happy they didn't, because they helped us unload and they helped us take all the luggage to where we needed to take it to at the check-in.
Yeah.
And as we were getting checked in, there was so much blessings happening throughout this entire trip. There was a lot of learning experiences and a lot of tough situations. But one of the blessings was in the beginning, we were over the weight.
Our carry-ons, we didn't bother weighing them. And apparently carry-ons for this travel, for the company that we went with, had to be 10 pounds. And we're like, oh my goodness, we stuffed all of our extra stuff in our carry-ons because we didn't worry about weight.
And then the guy was like, is this 10 pounds? I said 12. And he's like, 10? And I'm like, 12? And he's like, 10? And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, they're 10. He's like, okay. And they did not do that to everyone else.
No, I saw a lady next to him that worked there, and she was
very strict.
She was just like, I don't know what to tell you. You can't take it on. And I was like,
so we were very blessed by that. And we got onto the plane. We said goodbye to my mom and my sister, who walked us straight to the security.
Yeah, Gay's family was able to walk us right to TSA. Mm-hmm. And so that was nice. We had a lot. We had this red wagon with the kids and the backpacks that we had airplane activities in it, and the cat, and it was a lot.
Josh, our videographer, who's doing a small little documentary on our experience with AFM, who was with us, and he's still with us the entire trip until next Monday, but he was there with us as well. And as we get on the plane and we start heading over to Frankfurt, Germany, it was a 9-hour trip. It was really good. The kids had the little TV. They were happy. They were excited. But then around the last 2 hours of the flight,
Kitty was doing amazing. But the last 2 hours, she was done. She was done.
She was meowing and meowing.
She was just like meow, meow, meow.
And it was a time where everybody was sleeping, so I would have to take her.
I didn't sleep. Bad. Nobody said anything, but I just felt like I couldn't sleep.
Yeah.
So we're exhausted. We arrived to Frankfurt for a 9.5, almost 10-hour layover because our flight got there early. Mm-hmm. And
we're looking for a hotel. We just want to sleep.
We're just I just wanted a shower. I just wanted to sleep. I was imagining this warm shower and bed.
So we had to leave the airport, and then we went to a Hilton.
Walk to a hotel.
And then the Hilton, because we didn't have all the proper paperwork, they said no. And there's nothing we could do. So we just sat there defeated, and Eileen's like, let me just stay here for a second. So we waited there for a few minutes.
Tired because we're walking and it wasn't that close. And we're walking with
tons of stuff.
We had our backpacks and they were heavy because they had our electronics, our laptops, our iPads in them that we didn't want to put through. The kids had their backpacks that were heavy. They had their neck pillows and their blankets and their toys in there. And then we have Kitty, and it was so much.
Yeah.
So we're just and we get to this hotel, and they're like, no. And we're
so we just waited there. And so we're like, all right, we got to get back up. We got to keep going. So we went, and we had to go back through TSA.
Yes.
And we...
Only good thing is our passports got stamped with Germany on it. So
that's true.
Cool.
It was our first stamp for the kids. and they were excited about that. And so we go, we get out of the security, and the first open space with benches, we just rest. And Josh, the videographer, is like, hey, I can take care of the kids if you guys need to rest. Eileen,
he could tell.
Yeah, he could tell we were done. Eileen just literally laid on the bench and knocked out, and then Kitty was tired, so we let her out. She was actually really good, and she actually cuddled up with Eileen in the bench and fell asleep with her.
I put a blanket. Kitty just went right here.
He's such a good cat.
And I had like my neck pillow that I turned into a pillow, and I just knocked out.
And I'm trying to go to sleep.
In our defense, Josh had 4 seats to himself. And I would go to the bathroom and I would see him like sprawled out.
On the plane, yeah.
On the plane sleeping. So he was a little more rested than us. I did not
Which
sleep
we
at
were
all on the
thankful
plane.
for, yeah.
Yes, I did not sleep at all on the plane. Which is why he could tell that like he's like, yeah, I probably have a little bit more energy than you guys. And so he's like, all right, I will watch the kids. He offered to watch the kiddos, which was great. Like he literally entertained them.
And I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. It was too cold. And Levi was just overstimulated about the entire trip.
I mean, the kids slept on the plane.
And so I was just thinking like, oh, poor Josh. So I kind of slept with one eye open. But eventually our plane, we were ready to take off. We headed over to Zagreb, and then from Zagreb we were going to go to Dubrovnik.
Yeah, so Zagreb is the capital of Croatia. So we had after a 10-hour layover, we had a 1-hour flight to Zagreb. We get to Zagreb, and there was a 1-hour layover. And then we're like, okay, we're so close.
So close.
Headed to Dubrovnik.
Just like 1 hour.
Zagreb.
We were going to be there.
We get on this tiny plane.
Cool.
We're getting onto the...
We have to walk onto the strip.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat. We get on, and 30 minutes in, they're like, we're gonna have to make a stop at Splits, which is, I think, like halfway between Zagreb and Dubrovnik. And they're saying the winds are too strong. Apparently the airport in Dubrovnik is between some mountains, and the winds get super like...
During this time of year,
crazy.
There is a
Bura. They call it Bura, the winds that are strong here.
She's so good with these words.
So they were like, we need to stop at Split and then take a bus for 4 hours to get. We were so close.
Yes, and we were so tired. I didn't sleep on the bus, but the kids did. And then
kids knocked out for 4 hours.
4 hours. When we got to the final place,
to the bus station,
we my phone's about to die. I'm writing the missionaries that are here, and luckily they met us at the bus station.
So blessed. He was there with his car.
Poor Levi, we took him out sleeping into the cold, and it's windy, and he's like, what's happening?
Yeah.
And so in my mind, I was already imagining, like, if he wasn't going to be there, I was going to take all of our luggage and make a fort out of it, like a little, and put blankets. And I was already planning. And so he got there, but we needed 2 more taxis to take the rest of our luggage, and then we finally got to our Airbnb. And then...
Yeah, like our Airbnb was like 20 minutes away from the bus station. Finally get to our Airbnb at 2:30 in the morning. It was supposed to be 10:30 at night, but we get here at 2:30 in the morning, and we are just
done.
We
knocked out
till like 4 o'clock the next day.
So literally we woke up just to see the sunset.
Yeah, Abby wakes up, and then I'm like,
she's like panicking. It's like, why
like,
is the
I
sun?
just woke up. I don't want to go back to sleep. I'm like, it's okay, baby.
It's all right.
You
You
can
don't
stay
got
up
to.
for a little bit. She's like, what? I don't like it here. Why is the sun setting? I'm like, that whole, because we woke up at 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
So this face is a mixture of
tiredness
and crying. We
sad.
are
acclimating.
missing home.
Yes.
I know there's this honeymoon phase that many missionaries speak of.
I don't think we're going through it right now.
We're not. We have such a strong community back home, so keep us in prayer, guys.
Yeah.
It's not easy. The kids are doing surprisingly well. Like, they're doing better than us, I feel like.
We are.
Like, we're definitely having our moments of just missing home. So, yeah, just all the prayers appreciated. We miss our friends, our family. If you're watching this, We love you guys so
We
much.
love you
We miss
guys.
you. We miss
Yeah.
our church. People here are amazing. They're so kind. It's been a really neat experience, but I think it doesn't take away from just our journey, you know. This is just where we're at. I wish we were in a honeymoon phase where like everything was just amazing right now,
but we know that this is all for the gospel. There's there's a purpose to be here, and we're excited to what God has planned for us. And I think that's really the thing that's keeping us moving forward, is the purpose that God has given us here in Dubrovnik. And so that's what's keeping us moving forward. Even though we've only been here 2 days, and these last 2 days is what's keeping us moving forward. Or I would even say what's been keeping us moving forward in the last 3 years, because this has been a 3-year process to get to this point. So keep praying for us, and we will continue to pray for you too, and keep you updated as well. God bless. We love you. And if you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, and we will keep you updated on our journey and what's happening out here.